bicycle wheel which you got rid of.
Yeah.
It was still in there somewhere, wasn't it?
And I believe it was used on 10 legs on a summer's day in the end or something like that fucking thing. Sorry, Ben. But no, I think also the end thing, it was like, for me, no compromise. Like, we're doing this, so we've got to be like a juggernaut. And I remember, I think it was Penn said, no, we won't have gaps in between the songs because that would give people time to shout fuck off and all this, which people were still doing it last day. So no, we're just like one track into the next, so people don't, and we were like a fucking juggernaut. We're just from start to finish, just have it, and people are like, and what was all the banners and things? It must have looked really sort of Nazi rally-ish in a way. I mean, obviously I never saw Crass, you know, I was out there bloody doing it. But I think that was the thing, the anger. No, we're not going to be polite for you. We're not going to tone it down on the language. No compromise. Fuck it, I like it, you don't. If you don't, fuck off. And if you do, have a bit of toast.
There was a sort of there was a sort of contrivance. Obviously, if you're going to do a performance, you've got to be there at a time. You've got to sort of gear up. I remember one day we were playing in Exeter, and we'd spent the whole band would spend the afternoon on the beach, and it was really sunny, and we'd been swimming, having a really good time. And then we arrived at the gig, and you've got to gear up again. This was a sort of like revolutionary music, or music in revolution, whatever it was. You know, we were deadly serious about what we were trying to say. I don't know that I agree with the word anger as much as passion. And certainly that's a place where Steve and myself, we both had a passionate distaste for the world that we'd lived through. Very different worlds, but actually we had very similar, passionate, nasty taste in our mouth, and basically this gave us an opportunity to sort of sound off. So I'm not sure about the word anger as much as passion, because I think anger sometimes is much more sort of directed towards it. Passion is much more open, it's much more heart-driven rather than intellect or mind-driven. And I think that that's actually was the key, that the heart-driven element. I mean, a lot of people couldn't understand fuck all about what some of my songs, for example, are really quite complex, and I know that, and people couldn't really understand every word of it, but that didn't matter, because what came over was the fact that this was heartfelt, and that's rare, because most people have got something in the back of their head when they do things. What am I going to get for this, or how can I change this, or what can I, you know, what can I gain, what can I find, and I really don't think that ever occurred with them. I think it might have occurred after the band had sort of broken up. You know, then differences started appearing. But I think there really was a sense, if we're in this together, we'll do the very fucking best we can. We'll give everything we fucking can, which is why we always came back from tours absolutely broke and ill, because we gave it all away. I was talking to Gail and TV Smith earlier and saying how difficult it is to sell stuff. I once did a book tour in Germany, and every time I saw someone looking at the books, I said, oh, have it if you like it, and they'd go off with it. When we did the toting up at the end of the tour, I actually owed them something like about 150 quid, because I'd given away all the bloody merchandise. Because it seems to me that's what being an artist is about. You know, I don't like the division that capital creates. I mean, we do have to survive, and I'm not bashing that, but I mean, we were crazy. We were just throwing it away all over the place, which probably wouldn't be possible nowadays, because things have got harder, I think, more easily.
Do we owe some living sense?
Of course I do.
Of course they fucking do!
So we think, what Crass always had to bring was the packaging of the records. Absolutely amazing. It was like every records that enter into this world. And it'd be great to talk a bit about what G's artwork, we touched on before. I mean, was it purely she brought it all in there? Or did everybody sort of, did they kind of discuss the direction it was going to be, or was it just a pure vision?
No, G sort of did it on her own, didn't she? Yeah. I mean, well, no, I remember, you know, thinking the front cover of Freedom 5000 was going to be me doing that, you know, like in front of Crass. And then suddenly G's there doing this artwork, and I'm like, well, what's that girl doing in Nicholas, sort of jumping up? And she went, no, that's the symbol, I can't remember, it wasn't that. Oh, that was the dream G used to have, where she used to jump between the worlds. And it's like, oh, why are those tramps by the fire? Oh, So she's disappeared, but it sort of worked. You know, I don't think Feeling was worked with a picture of, you know, with that. And that's the funny thing, that without knowing why, I was like, this is perfect. It just suits it. You can't. And I don't think any other band has done it since, really. You know, sort of, I don't know, it just worked.
Because it's already operating outside what a rock and roll band is.
And again, I have to stress that it wasn't like, okay, then it's like